Well, good morning. Well, we are starting today the second and last day of the conference. I will start to say brief words. First of all, on behalf of the organizers of the conference and the sponsors and all the delegates, I want to start the second day by presenting the condolences to the Turkish people for the deaths caused by the earthquake in Van and also the deaths of the soldiers and civilians caused by terrorists. I think that our prayers of all of us are in this moment with the families who lost their loved ones, and we hope that many survivors can be rescued by the rescue teams. The second day of this conference will start with 3 keynote speeches. We had a 4th keynote speech by the Turkish ministry, but he will come only this afternoon. So we will start by 3 keynote speeches, and it will be followed by 2 panel sessions. Application of e-signature in Turkey in room A and ePassport sessions in room B. After the lunch, we will have the 2 last panel sessions of the conference. The first one is lessons learned of the EID pilot in province Bolu in room A, and the second one sees more challenges to come in room B. The Ministry the Turkish Ministry of the European Union will come here to make a keynote speech at 15:30, and he will make a 20-minute keynote speech in room A. At that time, we will invite all the delegates in room B to join the minister presentation in room A, and both sessions will be resumed after the intervention of the minister. At the end of the conference, don't forget that we will have the cocktail party with some lucky prizes. We are very glad, I think all the organizers are very glad to have organized this conference in Istanbul. And I hope that you enjoy the second day of the EID ePassport conference. I want to introduce you now Mr. Mehmet Bey, the CEO of ProLine and the Turkish host of this conference. Please, Mr. Mehmet Bey.
Dear guests, welcome once again after last night. I would like to start my words by offering our condolences to the relatives and the family of people that lost their lives both in terrorist attack last week and also the earthquake, the disaster, and wish good health who the one injured around 1,500. And unfortunately, around 300 people were lost their lives. I hope you had a nice time last night during dinner and also had some time to spend in Istanbul. I do believe that since 2 days is not enough for Istanbul, wish the one who has not been to before will schedule some more time to spend in Istanbul to enjoy the cultures, the 2 continents, which is unique for Istanbul. For such a local Turkish company, it's a great honor for us to be together with you, since I would like to thank the organizing committee giving us the proud as deciding us the host, and also to you, the visitors from different regions, different territories, by accepting our invitation and giving us the pleasure to be here as the host. We have been working for more than 4 to 5 years in EID ePassport business and really learned a lot from international organizations in non-profit conferences and organizations like this, and also from our partners that we cooperated together. I would like to thank them by contributing us a lot and also by carrying us to a different level in terms of providing and trying for value-added services to our customers. It's very important to be open to developments and also to try to teach something both to yourself and to your people by learning as well. I know that in this session there are lots of people experienced, thought leaders and business leaders. We are trying to get as much as possible from them to contribute us, and also there are some parties that would like to carry their states, their organizations to a different level, and for sure everybody is trying to provide them as best as they can or they can afford. As Proline, not only as a local company but also as an organization, being the host means us also to have a chance to introduce our country and our city. So as Turkey, we suffered a lot in mid-90s and beginning of 2000 due to economical crisis, but we recovered something and we learned a lot. So while the global economy is suffering nowadays, we achieve a growth rate which is considerable in the world. It's due to the recovery period and the suffers that we experienced in the past. So as the states, like the organizations, we are learning day by day. We are getting some more experience day by day. And by contributing us, by removing the borders, I do believe that we will be adding more to us. I really appreciated what the Georgian representative showed us yesterday, the movie I mean. It was like science fiction. However, one thing that it really took my attention, that nobody was speaking to each other. The dad was getting the notes of the child. It was 10 from physics. It was good news. But I really would like to ask my child, how was the lesson, how did he get, what was the score, and to have a chat. Technology is very, very good and is a very talented application to facilitate our lives, but there should be a balance as well, and we should be designing that to contribute us as human beings. So not only a better design, but also a better use will be a key in the future as well for all of us. By the way, I would like to thank again the organizing committee that really put huge efforts to organize this. The sponsors, without them, it was not possible to organize this. They put really huge efforts. For instance, they were here at 4 a.m. in the morning yesterday. And also the partners that contributed to this conference, while not only for commercial reasons, but also to try to develop something in common in the world to add value. And also to you from different regions, thanks for showing the kindness to come here and giving us a chance to get the pleasure to host you. Thank you. Now I would like to invite Mr. Joseph Moldovan, who's the State Secretary of Government of Romania, Minister of Telecommunication and Information Society.
Good morning, everybody. First of all, allow me to say condolences for the families and to ensure about empathy for their loss, and also that it's a terrible thing what happened. I think it's sad for not only for Turkey but for all the world, this kind of situation. Thank you for your invitation, that I can be here today to share you, to show you something about Romania and what we done for for electronic signatures and the digital ID in Romania. I have a presentation somewhere here. I think it's in the laptop. Yeah, okay. This one?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, this one. Okay. Thank you. Actually, I'm in a big trouble. Usually, I start my presentation with a funny thing or a funny word, but today I'm not in the mood, and I can't be so funny today. So I will just start the presentation simple as that, and we'll try to show you how is looking Romania from the world, from the European scene. Probably you know that Romania is one of the 40 countries considered to be ready for tomorrow from the communication services point of view. Also considered a country where the importance of relevance and the broadband is recognized and promoted. How it's promoted we will see, but anyway the main idea is to promote this kind of services. Also is considered a country where there are constant leapfrogging of technology gaps. One of the quality leaders around the world in the download and the upload category. We are in the 8th place in 2009 and the 5th on the uploads in 2010 in some studies. Also, we are working to have the penetration in a broadband. Actually, Romania is a country of the extreme situations. We are covered about 80% with the internet, geographically speaking, but also we are the country where we have 2% of penetration. That's meaning big distances between the coverage, and using the internet in Romania. Also, you can see some figures how is looking the internet access and the broadband access in the houses and the businesses, and the citizens how is using the internet in Romania. This is a little bit it's how is looking Romania in the last years. As you can see, we almost in the last 4-5 years we made big steps in the broadband coverage, and it's almost it's triple every year the areas where we have broadbands in Romania. Also this increasing is slowed down after 2008, which is normal regarding the crisis. What is in the what also in Romania we have the financial crisis, but still with this issue, the stopping of the coverage and the increasing using the broadband in Romania is not so visible. I mean, we have stopped the increasing, but we stop the big steps increasing, and we slow down a little bit. Also, we can discuss a little bit about the e-government services. We have to build a lot of the e-government services. Many of these services is put in function in the last 2 years, and I will maybe show you a few of this availability, but also you will see on the next slide what is the using of the e-gov services. You see, we are on the first. It depends how we are looking the statistics. Actually, is the sad situation regarding the IT is that Romania mostly are on the 27th position from the European countries, and maybe 26 on some of the statistics. But also I can tell you that this statistics position will be changed in the next 2 years, because on the last year, on this year in 2011, we promote a lot of e-government services. We gave and finance a lot of projects in this kind of IT services. You see here, it's an interesting slide, which is showing you what was the value of the investments. Some of the bubbles you see, it's how much money was invested in one of the or other in the fields regarding the IT investments in these sectors, and you will see the efficiency of this money. And as you see, we invest a lot in the agriculture sector, but we have no efficiency on that field. Also, we invest very small amounts, small investments in the R&D, and also the results are the same. But also we invest not so much money in the social protection, but the results of this investment was huge. I mean, the efficiency of the investments is very high. You see, almost all the investments in the e-business and the e-inclusion and the broadband connectivity, because e-governments are the basis for the efficiency of this company. Probably you know as well that the studies show us that all the economic growth in the latest 2000 to 2010 years was helped by the ICT. So I think also for you and also but for us is definitely is a priority to have the ICT skills in all the fields what you see there. Probably from the next year, for example, the health bubble should be somewhere on the right. Hopefully, from the efficiency, it will be up from the median level, because we start an investment to finance a project regarding the electronic prescription and the electronic health record, the electronic insurance health card, which I think will improve not only the investment part on this sector, but the efficiency of the health sector in Romania. Also, we're going to finance about 200 hospitals this year for IT investments to make the integrated IT system in the healthcare. Romania, as many other countries in Europe, in 27 countries, we have the digital agenda. We assume the digital agenda, and probably we try to be the promoters of the digital agenda in the strongest ways possible in the Eastern European countries. We find 3 directions and 6 axes. We think that the high availability of the eGov services is necessary, and also the increasing the general population awareness about the services offered is on the advantages of the services. And we have the objective to unify the governmental resources for a better and more efficient use of them. And also is the broadband coverage, the digital TV, and the mobile money on the mobile payments. And the first strategic axis is essential for us, because we need to improve the legislation in Romania. We need to adapt the legislation for the ICT, and of course is very important to stimulate the ICT in the small